Ever since that girl, broke my heart by cheating on me, when I got over that, I wasn't the same anymore. And we are alive. What is going on, guys? It is me, Nicholson. I'm back again with another video, you know what I'm saying? I hope you boys and girls are doing good. Today's video is a video I've been meaning to make for a long ass time, but I was just waiting for me to get my new camera lens, which, as you guys can see, is a lot more different to what you're used to seeing. I was just waiting for that to make this video because I think it's a very close one to me. It's a very personal video, and I think it will help a lot of young guys, especially. There might be some women that it helps too, of which I just want it to reach as many people as possible. So if you want to help me do that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It goes a long way, more than you know. Today's video is going to be about, you might have seen by the title, how to become cold-hearted, the step-by-step guide. Now, that's kind of a funny title because I'm not actually making this video because I want to teach you how to be cold-hearted. I'm making this video to make you aware of what can cause somebody to become cold-hearted. Without further ado, let me not waste you guys' time anymore, and let's get straight into the video. Let me give you the background of what kind of person I used to be before I became quote-unquote cold-hearted. For as long as I can remember, when I was a younger kid, yeah, I used to always be smiley, bro. Like, I used to always be happy and just excited about everything, right? This could be due to naivety. I could never say that word. This could be due to lack of, like, knowing how the world really is and how, much of a rough place it really is. Or it could just be because I was raised in a family by my grandma, right, where I always saw she was always joyful, always happy, and all the people around me, even though we didn't have much, right, when I used to live in Africa, I was really happy. And I used to be such a loving kid, I used to be so excited about life and just excited about everything, oh, I want to go play with my friends, oh, I can't wait to go to school, oh, I can't wait to do this, And all of this would remain the same when I even came back to the UK, right? I was born in the UK, moved to Africa, then came back to the UK when I was back in year 7, right? So obviously I'm in year 7 now, and everything's the same, but I start getting bullied, and that's actually step number 1. Get bullied. At first it started off being light jokes about when I came from Africa, just my accent, right? I used to have like this different kind of special accent, let's call it, right? Where it's like, I just didn't sound like the other kids, right? Especially where I lived, right? Or they reminded me about it every single day. Every single day without fail, they reminded me about it. I used to, pretend as if this didn't bother me to everyone else, and even to myself to an extent. But then when I went home, I'd comfort myself by binge eating food and watching TV shows, That's how I got so fat, for you guys that realize, when I, gained all that weight and, I got pretty much obese for my age, right? It makes you realize how mean people can be. It makes you realize how insensitive people can be. It makes you realize how brutal people can be, because it started off as light jokes, then it went into physical violence. I'd be getting hit, I'd be getting humiliated, and they all found it funny and it was a joke. And in some instances I can say it was my fault, because I used to have this try-hard personality. So I used to think, oh, you know what, if I crack a few smart jokes here and there, what I'm saying, it's gonna make everyone laugh. But I'd pay for it by getting an ass whooping, So step number 1 was getting bullied. Step number 2, get rejected. Get rejected not only by women or people who you're attracted to, but by friends. I used to think every single person that I'm friends with in high school is gonna be there. What a lie that was, eh? Because now I've only got 2 real ass friends, I've always had them since high school. Well, I can say 3. I've always had them since high school, and I've still got them to this day, Just being rejected, it's not a good feeling. Especially when the people that reject you make fun of you for rejecting you. They don't care how you feel. There's a way of rejecting somebody to where it's like, okay, cool, this person is not going to feel too bad about it. But they didn't care back in high school. We're just dumb kids, And by the way, now I've gone over a lot of these things that I'm going to be talking about, so don't feel like I'm still like this. Getting rejected is, you're going to be well on your way to becoming a very cold-hearted person. Get heartbroken a lot. I remember there's this one thing this girl said to me back when I was in high school, right? She said, do you know what your problem is? You like everyone. Now, obviously at the time, I'm just thinking like, what's this girl talking about? But she was right. I liked everyone, and guess what? I also got rejected by everyone, because I would be saying to this girl, oh, I like you, I like you, I like you. Get rejected. Okay, cool. Maybe if I say it to her, sure. It's like I was just trying too hard, which is why getting rejected a lot, it's also going to make you very close to becoming cold-hearted, I was still in high school, well, my last year of high school, when I got my first ever girlfriend. I've talked about her, the one that cheated on me and basically set me on this path of just finding myself. Ever since that girl, broke my heart by cheating on me, when I got over that, I wasn't the same anymore. Do you remember when I told you that I used to be this kid that was excited about everything, that was happy, that loved everything? Now I just look at everything and it's like the world used to be bright colors and like, all butterflies and rainbows, and now it's just dull and rainy and cloudy, right? I'm looking at the world as it is through these lens of heartbreak, through these lens of being bullied, through these lens of being unaccepted, being misunderstood. That's how I became cold-hearted, and that's how many of you guys probably became cold-hearted too. I'm not saying this like it's something I'm proud of, because I genuinely do think I'm cold-hearted, and the reason I'm saying this because there's a girl that I was hanging out with recently, right? Again, I'm not going to say her name. I'm not going to ever say names unless I need to, right? And she said, "You're so cold-hearted," right? You're so cold-hearted just because the way I react to situations, it seems like I don't care. But I'm like, I have low expectations anyway because I've been so disappointed and experienced so much pain back in my past that in the future, in situations I'm in, I've got my expectations are so low because I don't expect that much out of people anyway, that when people see that I'm unreactive to situations, I should be like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" Like, they're like, it is what it is, that makes it seem like I'm cold-hearted, which, you probably got a valid point, I am. And it's I don't want to be this way, but when you're seeing things like, oh, men are just success objects, right? Men are just, you just feel like you're getting used over and over and over again. You get sick and tired of it, and it changes you as a person, It changes you as a person. I miss looking at the world and being excited and just, it's almost like now, basically I used to look at the world, right, as if I didn't know how magic works. And now I feel like I know how the magic works. I know the tricks behind it. And it's taken the shine off of the world for me, Because I realize every path you take is going to be hard. If you choose to get into a relationship, it's going to be hard. If you choose to be single, it's also going to be hard. If you choose to chase after your purpose, it's going to be hard. If you choose not to chase after your purpose, it's also going to be hard. If you choose to work on your physique and go into the gym, it's going to be very hard. But if you choose to not and be lazy and be fat, that's also going to be hard in its own different ways. Every single path you take in life is difficult. You need to just choose your difficult. And when you're coming to these truths and this realization about this thing without called life, how can you remain excited and loving life? How can you remain that? How can you stay loving and being excited and when you constantly keep getting hurt and used and abused, and you constantly keep getting all of this negativity in your face? How can you get over that? Do you know how you get over that? By having purpose in your life. Having a reason to exist. I came this close to ending it all. This close. I was thinking about how to do it. Because I was in such a low place thinking like, what's the point of this life? All it is, all this death, all of this negativity. What's the point of this life? But then do you know what I did? When I found my purpose, when my purpose found me, my whole life flipped upside down. I'm the guy everyone depends on now. Me. I'm the guy everybody relies to and looks up to in so many different areas of my life. In the gym, at work, at home, in every single sector of my life. I'm the guy everyone's like, yo, look, he made a transformation. Look, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's making moves, he's doing bits, I've gotten the respect of many people, but the cost of me getting that respect, the cost of you gaining all of that respect and all of this love and all this admiration is your heart. My heart feels like it's frozen. It feels like anytime I let somebody in, anytime I let somebody get close to me, it always comes and hurts me back in the face. Anytime I'm like, okay, cool, you know what? I'm going to start being, my old self again. It always blows up in my face. And I've learned, you know what? Stop. Things are the way they are and there's nothing you can do about it. except for pray to God, right? Believe in God. I believe in God. I don't know if you believe in God. If you do, you know what I'm saying, props to you. If you don't, props to you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm not here to enforce my beliefs onto anyone, but I believe in God. I just don't follow religion yet. I am looking into reverting to Islam. You know, I'll talk into this, you know, later on, but that's the religion. If I'm going to be religious, that's the religion I'm going to be in. But nonetheless, I believe in God because we didn't just come out of nowhere, right? Now, people may be like, yo, but why do all these bad things happen? There's many things we never have answers to, but one thing I know is that I did not come out of thin air. That's one thing I do. That's one thing I know, you know? I just think many people might call you cold-hearted, you know, and, you know, there's probably some truth to it, but that's what's needed for you to become different. That's what's needed for you to improve, you know? I wish I could be that happy little kid again. I wish I could be, but now that I know how everything works, how when you're too nice, people will take your kindness for weakness. People will take your kindness for weakness. Give them an inch, they'll take 10 miles. Not just one, they'll take 10. You know what I mean? If you give people an inch, they'll take 20 miles. Because they think you're weak, you're soft. I thought, you know what, let me be respectful and let me be nice to everybody. And you know what, I do not go around disrespecting anybody. I do not go around being mean to anyone. But I also don't go around being too soft to anybody. Because if I'm too soft, they will take advantage of it. It's almost like they're the predator and I'm the prey. The thing I'll say to you is respect everybody. Treat everybody the same. Treat everybody with respect, love, whether they're female or male, whether they're broke, the poor, whether they're old or young, whatever they are, treat everybody with respect. But do not forsaken your own self-respect. Do not forsaken your own values in order to be accepted or because you think, oh, I need these people. No. Maybe this is the cold heart of me speaking. Maybe this is my cold heart speaking. But from my experience, anytime you're too soft, it's never going to end well. You know? And guys, I know it seems like I'm shouting and stuff. Well, I am shouting. It's not like I see I'm shouting. I am shouting. But it's just, I get passionate when I start talking about this, you know? I get very, very passionate. I go to the gym all the time and I see so many young men killing themselves in the gym. Not literally killing themselves, but like what I mean by killing themselves is like they're pushing themselves so hard, you know, lifting very heavy weights, you know, just grinding away. And you can see the pain in their eyes. You know, when you look at a young kid and you look at the pain in their eye, and that whenever I look at them, it reminds me of me when I was younger. I'm 21 years old now. When I was 16 and I go in that gym, when I was grinding away, when I was pushing hard, it reminds me of myself. And I just look at him and I'm like, damn, I know you're going through right now. I don't even know you. I ain't even going to say nothing to you, but I know you're going through right now because that's what I was like at your age. You know? It's like, I've just been so drained from so much negativity that I've gone through in life that I feel as if I'm just being completely honest with you, I feel hopeless. I'll just be completely honest with you. I feel hopeless, but not in a bad way or not in a self-degrading way. I feel hopeless as in the only way for me to be respected is to be cold-hearted. Because anytime that I'm not cold-hearted, I'm not respected. And that's a fact. You could try to argue with me saying, oh, no, this is not how the world works. But from what I've seen, I'm not saying this is how your life is, by the way. You know, there might be some people that might be like, oh, this guy's just talking rubbish. This guy's just this guy. I'm talking about my life experience and how I became this way. Now, remember when I told you that I go over all these things? My bullies, they follow me on Instagram. They probably subscribe to the YouTube. And guess what? We've got mutual respect. Because they've, like anytime, like even yesterday, I saw, you know who you are if you're watching this, but I saw two of the guys that I went to high school with, you know, and they were like, bro, you've smashed it, you've done well, you know what I'm saying? I was at a petrol station, I was getting some money, and, you know, they were like, you've done well, and I was telling them how, you know, how I'm thinking about reverting to Islam and all this stuff, and they were like, yo, you're doing good, and, you know, I told them how, even though I went through all these bad things, I know I wasn't a perfect person, I made mistakes too, you know, I was in the wrong a couple of times too, and they were like, you know what, no one's perfect, bro, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing them, it was good, you know what I'm saying? It was good, and they reminded me, a lot of memories came back, you know? So, shout out to you guys, you know who you are, man. But I've gotten over all of that. I don't look at women. Remember when I made that video where I said Red Pill Rage, why I hate women, right? Or why I hated women, should I say? I don't hate women no more, right? I love women. But the experience of me being cheated on, being used, being all of these things by women in my past, it made me look at women differently. Not in a oh I hate you, but in a way where it's like, before I used to see you a certain way, but now because of what I've been through, I see you a certain way, and it's not. Again, it's like the shine has been taken off. You know, I think a lot of it isn't entirely the world's fault. I grew up watching a lot of Disney movies, right? I don't know if any of you guys can relate. I grew up watching a lot of Disney movies, you know, Lion King, you know, Cinderella, fucking Lady and Trump. I don't know if Lady and Trump is Disney, but, you know, you guys will correct me in the comments. I grew up watching a lot of that, you know? And that's the view I had of the world, right? Oh, you know, once this happens, it'll be happily ever after. Boom, boom. But then I got a huge awakening, slap in the face. Yo, here's how the world really is. These Disney fairy tales, bro, that ain't real life, G. That's not real life. You understand? That's not real life. So as I'm coming to these realizations, yeah. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention, right, is when you level up to losing friends. Oh, that's gonna be a big one to make you cold-eyed, you know? There's people that I was tight with, bro. I'm talking about, like, I call these people my bro. You're my brother. But they're only my brothers when I didn't have certain things, when I was low and I was depressed. But now that I'm up and now that I'm doing good for myself, now that I'm in a better mental place and now I'm more confident, nah, you changed up, bro. You changed up, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? We can't be friends. Because that's still the same person, but now that because I've leveled up with, you know, they feel as if I'm completely different now, right? Because I'm not willing to tolerate certain things, and you know, I've got a different mindset and mentality. But genuinely, like, I do not always want to be cold-hearted. I'm going to be honest with you. This video is like, it's basically like a little warning to you guys, saying, you know, being cold-eyed is probably inevitable anyway because of how dark and, you know, gloomy the world is. But I still smile. I'm still happy. You know, when I see my guys in the gym, I still love it. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I chill with my, you know, with my friends that, you know, that are girls, I still have a good time with them, you know? I still have good times. But I'm just telling you how it is for the most part, you know? The only time I feel like I'm not cold-hearted is when I look into my mom's eyes, you know? My mom has this loving look, you know, and it reminds me of all the good in the world, you know, and that's why I appreciate my mom so much. She teaches me a lot, you know. She means a lot to me, like a lot, you know. So, anyways, guys, you know, I don't want to keep rambling for too long, but it's just I had to get it off my chest, man. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you're cold-hearted and you need somebody to talk to or any help, my Instagram's in the description, you know what I mean? If you go with me on TikTok, my TikTok will probably be in the description as well. I don't really like promoting TikTok, but, you know, it's what you gotta do, But yeah, guys, you know, anything you want to chat about, comments, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one, bro. Soon.